hope of this meeting is that we can get some organization and focus on how to proceed, how to identify candidates who are credible, who can raise funds, who can help build an organization around and win election. Every seat that we win as community people changes the equation. It doesn't take a lot to tip the balance of a system that's so locked up in, and that by building a slate that we can organize a political action committee, get independent money, my own views, which no one has to share, and in fact to agree on anything except the true need to change, and to bring in fresh people who have a sense of integrity, vision of the whole city, respect for all the communities and their needs, to create a democratic dialogue where everyone feels they have not just participation, but they're coming away with something and are forming real alliances that shift and change on issue after issue, instead of a locked up system where everybody's owned by special interest and anybody who gets in its way gets crushed and thrown out and beaten down. I have RLA as a website. I'd love to get every council district, not just the ones up for election, small groups of people who would be that council's watchdog, who would track what his votes are, and put up reports that would be visible, that people could see. For instance, the big vote last week to go on, set up the DWP, it wasn't an 8-5 vote that mattered they reiterated their position. It was the 11-2 vote to trash all the rules, all the laws, and on that only Perry and Park stood up to it. People like Huizar, Krekorian, LaBonge rolled over and supported that because they needed 10 votes. So it was a fixed game. Those are things that routinely are being done, where there are fake votes and passes to vote against it to protect your position. So I think that would be something to do out of this, even as we set up community groups. Really finding the candidates is a key. Just my view. It may not be everybody else's, but if there were real citizens who really came out of the community and we were really having a dialogue among equals, I believe better decisions, better actions, and better things would take place. In any case, the most important thing is to hear from all of you and what you think and how we move forward.
You focus on things that unite people. You can agree to disagree on all kinds of things, but pick 10 issues, 10 make or break issues, but pick something that you can guarantee every one of your candidates will do if you select it.
The current system is completely dirty. If it were up to me, there'd be no money in politics whatsoever. The platform, we can define what that is, what clean elections are, what clean candidates are.
Would be a financial control board, where you would have, sort of like a ratepayers advocate, a financial control board, where civilian oversight of the budget done on a generally accepted accounting principle.
Availability. What's the last time any of you had any sit-down face-to-face outside of Ron K with any of your elected
Or functions, police, fire, infrastructure. I mean, you want to talk about how the funds are going to be used.
In terms of accountability and access to constituent needs.
Eliminate backroom deals, make them illegal.
Citizen empowerment by way of public advocate or inspector general.
Respect during public comment at city council meetings.
Yeah. More than 2 minutes.
Get power at the community level in the form of a borough-type system. We need legislation, power amongst the city. We break the city up into small legislative groups.
About the financial transparency, I mean, we should be able to find out where every penny, every dollar that's spent.
Be online.
It should be online.
It should be
within
12
24
hours.
hours.
Other ethic laws, including immediate disclosure.
Personnel issues, every piece of paper should be open and accessible.
There should be no money involved in any bureaucratic boards in the city of Los Angeles.
Eliminate the CRA.
Yeah, redistricting. distribution of the income. You know, why is City Hall deciding, we think this business should get a bunch of money, and we're gonna tax you to give it to them?
Well, the core of that is the city has become a jobs program and not a services program. They use this job creation. That's not what a city's function is. It's to provide services to make a city work. And if you do that well, then people create jobs because it's a healthy neighborhood and a healthy business.
Discretionary accounts or slush fund.
Yeah, eliminate.
The whole office holder account should be abolished.
But streamlining charter reform and the initiative process.
Scott,
I think right now there should be a rate freeze and a tax freeze in Los Angeles.
public employee pension
Could we
reform.
have the city government concentrate on the city as opposed to worrying about making pronouncements about international politics?
It's important not to just localize ourselves. It's very important on environmental issues to when you're talking about saving the waterheads for the city to give information to the federal government from all of us.
Give life to the idea of what LA would be like if we embrace real environmental issues and clean up our city and stop being dirty and do it in an economical and sensible way. That's a kind of vision that stands for something that the platform in its particulars then hangs on.
Community stability.
And health. I mean, stability, health, all those things go to what I think Barbara's just opened up.
All city government salaries upon the health of the city.
Develop a no-kill animal system in Los Angeles.